Icy winter weather blanketed the U.S. on Saturday as a wave of Arctic storms threatened to break low-temperature records in the heartland, spread cold and snow from coast to coast and cast a chill over everything from football playoffs to presidential campaigns. As the three-day Martin Luther King Jr. Day holiday weekend began, the weather forecast was a crazy quilt of color-coded advisories, from an ice storm warning in Oregon to a blizzard warning in the northern plains to high wind warnings in New Mexico. It's, overall, been a terrible, terrible winter. And it came out of nowhere. 2 days, Dan Abinana said as he surveyed a snowy Des Moines, Iowa. He moved to the state from Tanzania as a child years ago, but said, "You never get used to the snow." The harsh weather in Oregon played a role in 3 deaths. In Portland, medical examiners were investigating a hypothermia death as freezing rain and heavy snow fell in a city more accustomed to mild winter rains, and hundreds of people took shelter overnight at warming centers. Portland Fire and Rescue also reported the death of a woman in her early 30s on Saturday afternoon. An RV caught fire when a small group of people used an open flame stove to keep warm inside and a tree fell on the vehicle, causing the fire to spread. 3 other people escaped, including one with minor injuries, but the woman was trapped inside, the fire department said. Authorities in Lake Oswego, Oregon, said a large tree fell on a home during high winds Saturday, killing an older man on the 2nd floor. Weather-related deaths already were reported earlier in the week in California, Idaho, Illinois and Wisconsin. Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen announced a state of emergency, citing very dangerous conditions. Up to 2 feet (0.6 meters) of snow fell in some areas over the past week, and wind chills were well below zero. This event is not going away tonight. It's not going away tomorrow, Pillen said at a news conference. It's going to take a number of days. About 1,700 miles, 2,735 kilometers, of Nebraska highways were closed. State police assisted more than 400 stranded motorists, said Colonel John A. Bolduc, head of the Nebraska State Patrol. In Iowa, cars were stuck for 5 hours in blowing snow on Interstate 80 after semi-trailers jackknifed in slippery conditions. State troopers had handled 86 crashes and 535 motorist-assist calls since Friday, State Patrol Sgt. Alex Dinkla said. Road crews were working the snowblowers like crazy, Dinkla said, but high winds were blowing snow right back onto roadways. Governors from New York to Louisiana warned residents to be prepared for worrisome weather. Parts of Montana fell below -30 degrees Fahrenheit, -34 degrees Celsius, Saturday morning, and the National Weather Service said similar temperatures were expected as far as northern Kansas, with -50 F, -46 C, possible in the Dakotas. In St.